Hello, Navnia here. So, I have always been a big fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. This has been on my bucket list of things to get, and for my birthday um, this year, this is something that I got for myself, um, kind of with approval. I say that, and that I was doing a reading for a client, and they highly recommended this deck, and it was already on my list, and I sort of had that energetic feel that said, go for it. And I know that they say sometimes you shouldn't buy your own decks. I think that comes down to an individual decision, and I usually will get a deck if I'm feeling sort of the go ahead for it, and I was. So I am so very excited for this. Let's see. I cannot wait to sort of learn. The book is exciting. The book is in color. Oh, beautiful. Not all books are in color. So it looks like there's, the major arcana. Looks like there are candles. So I wonder if it explains, but I would assume that the candles are like wands. Understanding your tarot deck. Ah, okay, here. Yes, okay. So the four suits are potions, candles, needles, and presents, which represent cups. So potions, cups, that would make sense because like a vessel to hold liquid. And then it looks like candles are wands. Again, fire. That also makes sense. We're thinking needles as swords also makes sense, and pentacles as presents. So already I can sort of see the connection there. I'm very interested. Now, the one thing I read online was that some people were disappointed because they thought that this was a what would be called a pip deck. I don't know how else to describe that. But pips are something, and I haven't really looked at it full yet, but pips are something where all you have is like the same symbol and you just count the number of symbols. So for example, if I see this 10 of candles and I look and there's 10 candles and that was the only information on there. But if I'm looking, here's 10, here's 9, right? These are slightly different, but mostly just candles. Here, I do have 8, but I have something else going on. 7, 6. So I would say that this is it's probably not a full pip deck because there's other things, like again we have the 5 of wands, very fighting competition-ish, and these 3 are perfect for that. So I'd say it's kind of a mix, maybe. I think it might be a mix of pips and not pips. I think if you know what it stands for, I think they're adding in some... Oh, Queen of Wands has a black cat. Perfect. Check off the bucket list. Nice. Judgment. Yeah, so I'd say it's a mix. I wouldn't call it... I think that on some of those, they might have not needed to, but they probably could have added Hangman being the Santa. I love it. Oh, I'm most excited to use this deck. High Priestess, nice. Magician, get the witches that are in there, makes sense. The Fool, because it's the Fool's Journey. Oh, Page of Presents. Yeah, so again, see how we have some going on. Here we have, 4, 5. I'm interested to, as I go through the deck, because I do also like to go through the book so I can understand what the illustrator, whoever's making it, and whoever is typing out stuff in the book, where their, I would say, head is at, but what their intentions are, right? What's their goal with writing down? You know, he's very cerebral. We have King of Needles, right? Knight of Needles, more for poking. This is great. I'm glad to see that there's Sally in here in the needles. This very common representation of it. I do like that it seems stitched together. But, you know, 4 of needles, it's just some needles. So there's some cards in here that are definitely, I would say, very Pip-like. There's not as much artwork in the back of it. Like 5 of needles. There's not really needles on there, per se. Not the same as you see these kind of needles, right? And then here, 7, another... See, this is one where it has something in there, but also that. And very, you know, like in your nightmares. So I'm interested to, again, to meet the deck, to do some spreads with it, obviously, to go through the guidebook and read through it and see if there's other connections that are made. But I'm very happy with the quality. It's not necessarily the travel size. I'd say this is more of a standard kind of feel for a tarot, so it's pretty sturdy. The colors are very vibrant, which I am very pleased with the way that these colors stood out. So I'm just really excited to use it. Let me know if you have this deck too, what your favorite card is, etc. Again, I'm just so excited to use it. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to high five that like button. Bye, see you next time.